I am the gateway, the silent sentry. Humans call me a door, but they rarely, truly see me. They spend half their lives rushing past me, and the other half searching for the small metal tooth that allows me to grant passage. I am the only one who knows that the man in the blue suit takes a deep, trembling breath before he turns my handle every evening. To the world, he is a formidable boss. To me, he is just a tired soul looking for his slippers. Humans are funny like that. They spend so much energy pretending to be giants out there, only to let their shoulders drop the moment they cross my frame. They think they own me. I simply witness. I remember the day I arrived. I wasn't born a majestic oak. I was a collection of rough-hewn planks, smelling of the forest and fresh lacquer. The humans spent 3 whole days debating my color. They called it sage wisdom, a shade they said represented new beginnings. I just thought of myself as green. I felt so important back then, with my hinges tight and my brass handle gleaming like a gold tooth. I thought my entire life would be a battle against the wind and the rain, a warrior guarding a fortress. But I quickly learned that the great world outside isn't what matters. It's the small world inside. I became a student of footsteps. I learned the frantic, uneven tap dance of a family running late, the keys jangling like frantic bells, the heavy bags thumping against my wood. Then there was the midnight click, the soft, guilty turn of the handle when the teenager tried to sneak in past curfew. I always held my breath for him, keeping my hinges quiet so the floorboards wouldn't wake. Functionality soon gave way to intimacy. I've watched the children grow, not by looking at them, but by feeling where their hands touched. First, it was sticky jam fingerprints on my lower panels. Then, it was a palm reaching for the handle. Finally, it was a shoulder leaning against me as they whispered into a phone hidden from the rest of the house. I've seen the same parents years apart drop off a tiny child for kindergarten and then hug that same child goodbye as they leave for university. Humans call it time passing. I call it the seasons of the soul. There is a specific kind of silence that only a front door knows. It's the silence that happens right after a big argument, when someone slams me shut and stands there shaking on the porch, or the quiet sniffles of a heartbroken teenager leaning against my cold wood. It is the silence of a house when a suitcase is rolled out for the last time. I remember the year the house went very quiet. The big human stayed inside for a long time. There were no more frantic mornings. Instead, people brought casseroles and spoke in hushed tones as they stepped over my threshold. I felt the weight of their sadness in the way they turned my lock, slowly, as if they were afraid of waking the grief inside. I wanted to tell them that I was still holding the walls up, that I was still guarding the memories. My paint is no longer sage wisdom. It's faded now, chipped and scarred by the scratches of a dog who wanted to be let in, a clumsy bicycle, and the dents of 1,000 grocery deliveries. My handle, once gleaming, now holds the polished dark patina of 1,000 touches, the salt of human skin. I'm no longer a warrior. I'm a bridge. The family I first knew is gone now. The house was empty for a time, and I felt the cold seep into my grain. I thought my story was over, but then came a new hand, a smaller hand. It smelled of crayons and curiosity. Humans worry so much about leaving their mark on the world, but perhaps belonging isn't a place you go to, but a place that remembers you. They don't realize that the most important marks are the ones they leave on the things that love them back. I am just a piece of wood and brass. I have no voice to tell them that I remember the height marks on my frame, or the way the light looks in the hallway at exactly 4 o'clock in October. You see, you don't own your home. Your home owns you. It keeps your secrets. It filters your light, and it waits for you. I do not ask for much, only to be opened, to be closed, and to bear witness. So the next time you turn your key, don't be in such a hurry. Stop for a moment, feel the wood, listen to the click. You aren't just entering a room, you are returning to the only place that knows the version of you without the mask. The world is vast and loud, but the door always remembers your name.